Afternoon Fix It fans. So it's Sunday again. So it seems to be becoming a bit of a regular thing now. Sunday afternoon is becoming repair afternoon. And I did do exactly the same as last week. Me and Mrs. Rattlesnake have been up the boot fair this morning, picked James up on the way home, went for a couple of cheeky pints, and now them two are out in the kitchen cooking dinner. But they are not doing a roast this week, they are making a curry with rice and some homemade Bombay potatoes. So hopefully that'll turn out good because I do like a curry. So we've only just really got back and the chefs have gone straight in the kitchen. So I grabbed a beer and come straight in here and thought, right, what should we have a look at? And just sitting there is this Rank Audio RX250. So this one was top of the pile again. It's the easiest one for me to get to today. So that's what I'm going to look at. The Rank Audio RX250A. But really this is a Rotel, this one. We all know that. But it is all complete. It looks in good condition, this Rotel. And I think on the computer it was either it didn't power up or do anything, or it was untested. I can't really remember. It was a while ago I got this one. So I did find some more tools up the boot fair. Look, I'll show you the bargains I got today. I found this screwdriver, look, and this little gadget here. So I got a nice Stanley screwdriver, nice long flathead, 50p, and I got that little gadget there, which will take the bits out of my set, but it's shorter than the one I've got, so when I need to get in somewhere small, that little one will come in handy, look, because it's much shorter than the proper one. And that was 50 pence as well. So I bought two tools for £1. So I might need a bigger tool tin if I keep buying tools, innit? And I was on the hunt for some hi-fi gear. And I did find a big denim receiver, but it looked pretty knackered and the bloke wanted far too much money for it. So I did not buy that. But then on another stall, I've spotted a little vintage like Pioneer tuner. It's model, it's TX500 I think it is. It's like a little half-size Pioneer tuner. It's a bit better than that, but when I asked the person on the stall how much they wanted for it, they said you can have that for a fiver. And I thought, oh, I've got to buy it for a fiver, so I bought that. It looks alright, a little Pioneer tuner. It's not the thing I'd normally buy because I don't use tuners, but for a fiver, innit, I had to buy it. And it will be good for the channel, innit? It's something a little bit different to have a look at and try and get working. So first off, let's take this Rotel out of its cabinet, or the Rank Audio. So like the one I done last week, it looks like there's just 4 screws come out the bottom here and then it should slide out the cabinet. And it is nice, this cabinet on this one, it's in really good condition. And when I first see this one on the computer and I was looking at it, I did think that. I was thinking, cool, that Rank Audio looks in really good condition. That is why I had a cheeky little bid on it. It wasn't something I was really after, but it just looked in such good condition. And I got it really cheap, so that would have helped as well, because I only had a cheeky low bid on this. Because like one of these, even all working, all singing and dancing in mint condition, this is not a big money receiver, this is just a cheap one. So because it wasn't working and that, I really just did have a really low bid on this, and luckily I won it. I say luckily, I haven't looked inside it yet. Might be unluckily. Might open this one up and find out it's had a mouse living in it for a year and chewed all the wires. Because I have had that before, not with one I bought. Someone gave me one they'd had in their shed for years, and when I opened it up, it had mice living in it, and there was not a lot of wiring left in it. Right, so that's the 4 screws. So that should slide out now, yeah. It feels like it's coming out. Here we go. Yeah, straight out. So this one's just 4 screws on the bottom and it'll come out the cabinet. And it looks good, that cabinet. Look at that, nicely made. All the little blocks glued in the corner. Nice air vent underneath it. Yeah, nice cabinet that is on the little rank audio. And it really is in good condition, that cabinet. There's not a mark on that. And the faceplate, just look at the front of that rank audio. That faceplate and that is in lovely condition. It's just a bit dirty. And at a first glance, it looks alright inside as well. It looks nice and clean in there. So let me get the camera, let's get in there and have a look. See if we can spot anything burnt out or anything blown. It's all looking nice in here. It's pretty clean as well. I will dust this one out. There's a little bit of dust I can see in there, but it's not very dirty in there. Looks alright. The caps look good, or that one looks good anyway. Them ones look good. Yeah, I can't see no like black marks where something's gone bang. No, so it looks nice in this Rotel. Right, so I'll put the camera down a second and I'll just turn it over and then we'll have a look in the underneath, see if it looks like anything's burnt out or blown in the bottom of it. It looks good in here as well. Look at the underside there. Looks nice in there. Again, there's a little bit of dust in here, but not much. I mean, it's where they have them vents at the bottom. It's hard for the dust to get in, isn't it? When they have the vents up the top, they fill up with crap. But obviously, a vent on the top will help cool it down a lot better than a vent on the bottom. No, that all looks good. All them caps look good. Them boards all look nice. All the little transistors look good. Yeah, I can't see no damage in there. Nothing looks like it's gone bang or burnt out or anything. That looks really good in there. So let me put the camera back on the tripod and I'll turn it round, and the first thing we'll have a look at is the plug and that, and test the fuses and then see if the on off switch and all that is working on it. Right, you see it's got a really old plug on this, and look at how black them prongs are. This thing can't have been plugged in a long time. Look, them prongs are black as anything. Oh, that's not good. Look how rattly that is. So let me get me new 50p screwdriver. Yeah, it works nice, this screwdriver. That was a bargain for 50p. Right, so it has got a fuse in it. The earth wire's hanging out. Look. Look, it's all loose, that plug. Oh, look at the state of that. That's just finger tight. The neutral. Look, the fuse. Oh, the carrier's not even holding the fuse. Look, if I put that in there, look how rattly that is. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, the live screw feels tight. So someone tightened up one screw and thought, oh, that'd do. Look, that's not good, is it? Yeah, it was tightish, that live screw. And I'm not sure with this one whether it would have worked or not without the earth connected up. Because some of these amps and that won't work unless your earth is connected up. but a lot of them would still work without the earth. It's just on there for a bit of a safety reason and to help with the earthing on your record deck. And that's a nice plug, that is. That's a good quality plug there, so I shall clean all that up, because I like the old plugs, and that one is a good one. And when I fit it back on, I will do a lot better job with it than the bodger who fitted it last time. So now we know that this thing had a right dangerous plug on it. Let's see what's going on with the fuses. And at least it looks like it has got fuses in it, because after the state of that plug I thought it might have had nails in here, or the old fuses with the old tin foil wrapped round them because they've blown. But they haven't. Them fuses look brand new. They look really clean, them fuses. Right, so the tester's working, so let's test the fuse. Right, there you go, that's a good fuse, nothing wrong with that. Let's pop that one back in. So that's first one all good, two more to go. Let's take the second one out. Have we got a nail, tin foil or fuse? No, we got a nice fuse. Another new fuse by the look of it. So let's get me tester on that one. Right, good fuse. Pop that one back in. Right, so that's 2 out of 3. All good so far. So there's just one more fuse to test on this thing. I couldn't see any fuses inside it. I think that's it. So yeah, no nail, no tin foil. Nice new fuse in there. So by the look of this, someone's put new fuses in it and not checked the plug. Right, so that fuse is good. Let's pop that one back in. So that is 3 fuses and they are all good. Right, so let me just put my tester out of the way a minute and let's turn it round and test up through the on-off switch and the lead and all that, see if everything's all right. Right, so let's get me tester again, turn it on. Right, tester's working. I'll just test the lead first, because this should all be clear. If there's a short, the needle will go up. Earth to live, earth to neutral. No, that's all good. No shorts in that lead. That lead looks all right. Right, so let's go on the live. Find the live at the back of the on-off. There you go. That's got a live. So that live is all good up to the on-off. Right, yeah. Right, so if I turn it on, there you go, look, if I can hold that on there, I'll show you. Get that one to hold on there. Look, if I do the on-off switch is working like a good one on the old Rank Audio. Nothing wrong with that on-off switch. So it should be able to find it down here as well. There you go, it's that one. So that looks like that's all good. Through the on-off switch right up to the back of the fuse. And then out the other side of the fuse, that's good as well. And then that will go off to the transformer. And it's there, look, back of the outlet socket, that is good. So that's the live there, all working good on the outlet socket. Yeah, outlet socket's working good. So let's check out the neutral, because I'm happy with that live side. Yeah, right, neutral straight up to the outlet socket, no problem. Let's try this earth. Yeah, earth to the chassis, so the earth's all connected up nice. So I'm happy with this one. All that power side of it seems good. So I would say this one's safe to plug in. But before I do that, I'm going to give it a good clean. Just to make sure that I get all the crap out of it. Because although it doesn't look that dirty, I can see some little bits in there wedged in them bolts and that. And I will take the faceplate off so I can check behind that, and then I can give the faceplate a good clean and that. And then I want to do it with deoxin today so I can leave it for a couple of days to dry out. So let's turn it round and turn it over, and let's have the faceplate off of it. Right, so let's pull the knobs off of it. Yeah, tuning one off. Let's get these other ones off. Yeah, they're coming off easy enough. Some of them are quite hard. You have to prise them off, but some of them just come off really easy, like on this one. I'm just checking they're all the same. Yeah, they are. Just the tuning knob's different. So put them to one side. And it looks like this faceplate has just got a couple of screws along the top here, and it'll probably be the same underneath. And it'll give me a chance to try out my new little 50p gadget, see how it works. So here she is, the 50p bargain gadget. Yeah, the bits fit in it nice. Oh, look at that, it works lovely. So just spin that screw out. And then there's another one this side to take out. And then let's turn it over and see what we've got on the underside. Oh, it looks like same again. One this side, one the other side. And there should be one in the middle by the look of it, but the screw's missing. So by the look of it, someone's had this faceplate off before and lost one of the screws. I bet it was that same bodger who fitted that plug. So that's all the screws out of the faceplate, so let's see if it comes off. I can't see nothing else holding it. I don't think that, yeah, here we go, look, it's easy. Oh, that come off well easy, that did. So that's it to get the faceplate off of one of these. Few screws at the top, few screws at the bottom. See, look, it's nice, that faceplate. It's a little bit dirty, but there is no scratches or nothing on that. And look at it there, there is not actually a lot to check behind that faceplate. I did think it would have had some wiring or something behind it, and I was thinking if I took it off it'd give me easy access to the pots. But it makes no difference. I did want to take it off anyway because the back of the glass on the radio bit does look very dirty, so I want to clean that. And I will check them nuts on the pots just to make sure they are all nice and tight. So I've just stood it up because I'll give the inside a bit of a clean. So I just moved the camera so you can see better. Let's get me little brush, because I can see some bits of dirt and that in here. And I can see bits of fluff and that falling out as I'm going round everything. So to just give it all a nice clean. I'm not going to bother getting in the Hoover out for this one. It's not worth it. It's not that dirty. If you do it when they're up like this, as you brush stuff out, it's just, I can see it, it's just falling down and going on the table. So if you do this, start at the top and work your way down. Don't start at the bottom and work your way up, because then all the dust from the top will just fall on all the bits that you have just cleaned. So start at the top, work your way down. Oh, and something just fell out then. That looked like a bit of metal or something fell out then. Definitely, something shiny just fell out. It might have even been that missing screw out the faceplate, innit? And that would have been doing it no favours. If that screw or a little bit of metal, whatever it was that fell out, if that was wedged into the board, that really would have not been doing it any good at all. So yeah, it's all coming off. There's only a bit of dust and that in here. There's some little bits of fluff like wedged into things and that. It's all coming out. And it's well made, this little rank audio. You just look at it, it's well put together, this thing. It's nicely built. I like these Rotels because they are well made. Although these were sort of budget receivers when they were sold, they are built better than a lot of the budget gear. Rotel didn't like scrimp on parts and that. These things are really well made. So let's turn it round and clean in the underside here. And they are pretty reliable in all these old Rotels. And I've got one that is testament to that. And it is going at the minute. I can hear them two using it out in the kitchen. Because in my kitchen I've got a Rotel RX250A. Now it was my missus's granddad's. He bought it brand new and he really used it a lot, and now we have got it, and it has had a service, but I'm sure it's all totally original and it's still going strong and it still sounds good. And I can hear it going now. Them two have got it going in the kitchen. They have got an Akon CD in there. And at this moment, it is playing Akon, a song called Gunshot. And I know them two. They are dancing along to this. And whenever he says gunshot, they are pointing their hands at each other like guns and then firing them. I know they are doing that. 100%. I guarantee that them two are doing that. And if I was in there with them, I would be doing that as well. And I know them two. I bet they're in there giggling like a pair of kids to this song. And it wouldn't surprise me if when it finishes, I hear it again. Because they will skip the CD back and play this track again. So yeah, that little Rotel, well it's not a Rotel in my kitchen, it's one of these. It's a Rank Audio RX250A. And that little thing, it's never gone wrong, it's never been repaired or anything. I've serviced it, just done it with dioxin and that. I've never done no work on it, and it is still going like a good on that little receiver. Right, so that is what I saw fall out that was jammed in that board, and it's not the screw, look at that. That's like the part of a little bulb. That's an old broken bottom of a bulb, so that was wedged in one of the boards. So that wouldn't have been doing it no good, especially if that was across like a couple of wires causing a dead short. So that's all nice and clean in there now. And I did actually get a fair bit of crap out of that. There was quite a lot that had fallen down and gone on the table. And it was well worth doing that just to get that little bit of bulb out. Because that really could have been causing problems if that was wedged into the wrong place. So let's get my little brush again. Let's have a little clean round the front. Because there is a bit of dust and that round here, especially along there. That is really dirty. The little switches to clean up. And I told ya, they've just done the CD back. They're having gunshot again. See, they're like a pair of kids, them two. So that's about it. The old Rank Audio is all nice and clean. So what I'm going to do now is go and check on the dancing chefs, because dinner is probably not too far away, and then I shall have dinner and come back and go right through this thing with dioxin, because I want to get that done today so I can leave it to dry right out. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and I shall see you next time.